Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti, or in this case, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, as you can tell. Um, Hoping you guys are having a good day, and above all else, that you're indeed looking after yourselves and one another. Today, before I get into the topic of what we hope to be another fantastic episode, I want to welcome back to the channel Bluebeard, otherwise known as Bill Schuster. How's it going,
Thank you,
Bill?
Rudolph. Glad to be here.
Glad
Hope you're
that you're
going to have a
here.
Merry Christmas guiding the slade.
Yeah, yeah, it's just wind, those wind gusts that get you right in the face, man. You're like,
Every time.
you know, you're
Wear
doing,
goggles.
you're guiding the slave. You're supposed to look straight ahead, but you're always doing this. You're trying to hold back the wind. It's like ain't gonna happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I got into a plate of one chocolate chip cookie, and this is what happened. So blame Bob for baking. That's it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with running back through the 80s. We had so much fun doing the Tripping Through the 70s series that we decided to continue uh, going into the 80s. So we each picked five songs, five of our top songs from 1980, plus two honorable mentions. And we are going to be tackling the year 1981. So, like I said before in other episodes, I was brought up right by my mama. And I will let Bill give his number five pick for 1981.
Right. Thank you. I'm going to go somewhat local here. I was born and I live in the state of Illinois here in the United States. And around about the middle of the state, there is a city called Champaign, which is a college town. And there's also a band from Champaign called Champaign. They were a smooth R&B band, had a couple of substantial hits in the early 80s. And the first one is How About Us? Yeah, this one is it just smooth soul. It's just a great love song. It's that crossover R&B pop blend that just works so well. I mean, frankly, I'm surprised it wasn't even a bigger hit. The hook is, the some people were made for each other. Some people can love one another for life. How
Ooh, I remember
about
that. I
how
remember
about
that.
a baby? Yeah, it's great stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, they really should be more well known now than I think they are. I think they're kind of forgotten mainly because they really only had two big hits, this and uh, Try Again. They're absolutely great songs, and yeah, it's again not exactly local to me. I'm not in Central Illinois, but hey, they're an Illinois band, so
There you go.
Champagne. How about us?
There
Is
you
my
go.
number
That's a
five.
good one. That's a good one. My number five pick. It's the first time this band has appeared on the list. I know. Santana with Winning. Sorry. Uh, it was from their album Z-Bop from 1981. Winning ended off side one. You had a triple threat. You had songs Searching, Over and Over, and Winning, which ended off side one. And it's a mix of Latin grooves and heavy guitar, like a lot of percussion. This was where Santana basically went pop with this configuration of the band. But this song just it was a Russ Ballard track. I think it went top 30 on the US Billboard charts. But I just love the song. And that was the year of it was the year of Abacab, the summer of Abacab being played in my house. And uh S- Stars on 45. Like it Stars on long play, one, like one with the Beatles medley. But I do remember this song and this album. And now you grouping the Stars on 45, right? Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah,
They did an excellent ABBA medley, by the way. Um, but yeah, no, Winning is just a really well crafted pop song, pop rock song with Latin influences and Latin flourishes on it. And the vocalist, I forget the vocalist's name, but he was with Santana for a good
Alex Lighterwood.
Alex Lighterwood.
This was
Okay,
his
thank you.
first album with the band.
Yeah, but I do believe he was with the band for a good about four
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
Um,
this was not his only hit with the band.
no,
Definitely.
but yeah, no, I just love the sentiment of this song. Where you just it's the spirit of never giving up. You get knocked down, you keep going, you try, you push. You may not persevere in the way you wanted, but at least you get to where you want to go, and you do it on your own terms. You know, that's what the song is to me, and it's catchy as hell. So that's my number five, Santana with Winning.
That's a great song. It was painful to leave it off my list. It was almost there because I
I'm
love that.
glad I was able to oblige with that. And again, just quickly, I was 10 years old. Okay. You think about it. What 10-year-old kid remembers songs like Winning and even like in the 70s, like More Than a Feeling kind of thing? Do you know what kid remembers these songs? Okay. Unless they were influenced by the people around them. And my sisters, I love you all dearly. Anna, Dora, and Carmela, I love you dearly. You influenced what I listened to. So yeah. Number five, Winning from Santana.
Great pick. All right, we're going into one hit wonder territory for my number four. Uh, Frankie and the Knockouts, Sweetheart.
Okay, I never even heard that. Okay.
Really? Oh man.
Well, probably if you played it for, yeah,
I'm
probably if I heard it, yeah. But
Sweetheart, who loved you from the start, who treats you like a star. Whoa, sweetheart, who loves you, baby? Yeah, it's this really smooth, almost Michael McDonald-ish vocal.
hmm
Yeah, it's wow, you never heard it. All right, cool.
never heard it.
I recommend checking it out. If again, it's another one of those smooth kind of white boy soul kind of things.
What are you calling white boy? White boy? I mean,
I'm calling Frankie a white boy. Yes.
there you go. There you go.
And
Okay,
it's not
thanks.
Frankie. If you're going to look it up, if you haven't heard it, it's not spelled Frankie. There's no I. It's just
Oh, okay.
Franke
E.
and the
Frankie
Knockouts.
and the knockouts. Okay.
Yeah, Sweetheart. Yeah,
Sweetheart.
this has always been a favorite of mine ever since the first time I've heard it. I've never heard anything else by
Okay.
Frankie and the Knockouts.
All right.
But yeah, maybe this song is all I need. It's just a great song though. So yeah, that's my number four.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right.
You
I'll
can't
check
say
it
that
out.
you haven't heard it.
Well, it's an interesting one. It's a good one. You prick. Okay.
It is a good one though. Right?
Okay.
I recommend looking it up.
That's a good, interesting. I keep saying it's a good one. It's an interesting choice. My number
I
four.
picked it, so it is a good one.
Moving on, ladies and
Getting
gentlemen.
deep in
Okay.
here.
My number four is Blondie with Rapture.
Nice.
Um, just a good grooving song. Uh, good guitar. Just a good rhythm to it. Funk is all get out. And this is one of the first songs that features a rap section to it that Debbie Harry does. And you don't need the 12-minute version. You don't need the extended 30-minute mix or whatever that's out there. Just it's just a good um interesting video, number one, very visual in terms of what they did with the video. But yeah, it's just a good funk rock track. Uh, no hidden messages, no hidden meaning. Rapture is my number four from Blondie.
Yeah, it's such a great, unique song. I mean, the rap portion gets all the attention really
Yeah.
when this song comes up, but the beginning portions before she ever gets into the rapping part is just this ethereal, beautiful thing uh, where she
Yeah.
gets him. uh, I can't even. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that
Her
that
vocal
goes
delivery, it is, yeah.
yeah, and the music behind with the chimes, basically, the ding, ding,
Yeah,
then the funky
aren't those
guitar comes.
tubular bells that they use?
What's that?
Aren't those tubular bells that they use? Like
It may
the
be. I'm really not sure. Yeah,
I
don't
think
quote me on this one.
yeah, I think they are. Okay.
But
Or
whatever they are, it sounds cool.
simulation, yeah. No, I just love the song. It's
Yeah, and the lyrics are
funk.
goofy as hell, but it doesn't matter. That's kind of part of the fun.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm fantastic. All
Yeah,
right.
great.
Your next one, number three.
Number three. All right. All right. This was one of my favorite bands years ago. They've gone down the list a bit over the years, but I still like all their albums and still dig quite a bit of their stuff. This is Time by the Alan Parsons Project. I very distinctly remember this being played on the radio and
Turn of a friendly
driving
card.
around to what?
Turn of a friendly card. The album.
Yes. Oh yeah. This song is it was Eric Wolfson's first hit and lead vocal with the band. I mean, of course, Eric was the one who wrote the songs basically for the Alan Parsons Project, and he ended up singing more of their hits like "Don't Answer Me" and "Prime Time"
Yeah.
and "Eye in the Sky." Obviously, they found out they had a good thing when Eric sang one of his own songs, and they had a good hit with it here. But yeah, this song is very, again, more unusual subject matter. It's, who knows where we shall meet again,
Yeah.
if ever, or when we shall meet again, if ever. The time keeps flowing on
Like
and on.
like a
Like
river, yeah, to the sea.
yeah,
And it's
just
just like, oh, yeah.
yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
It
very
uh,
ethereal, the vocal,
it is.
but it's also powerful. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, long time favorite my Alan Parsons Project songs there.
Woo. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna get emotional now with that one. Okay. My number three is Foreigner with Urgent, featuring work from Thomas Dolby on keyboards, from Four, just a good in your face rock track. Catchy verses. It's got the hook to it, and that sax solo. Meaty. It's got meat on the bone. It's like, oof. And the best version to hear this song, guys, is the live version. They do a live in concert. It's just a good, catchy, hooky rock pop track. Um, this is the same album that features I've Been Waiting for a Girl Like You. Forget that. Listen to this first. That'll draw you in. Okay. Um, yeah, that's my number three.
Yeah, that's
Foreigner with
great.
Urgent. Yeah,
Border Four is great. Yeah, great album overall.
yeah,
Really, all the early albums I like quite a bit, but that was the first one where they trimmed down and became a four piece.
yeah.
So, and it was their fourth album, so a fitting title, obviously. But yeah, Urgent, that Junior Walker uh, sax is it jumps right out at you.
Oof.
Um,
Even when they do it live, like the guy that performs with them live, that I don't know if it's him. It's another player that does the sax live, but he just nails it. He just nails it. And when he's appearing on the riser above the drum kit, like above the drummer, and the spotlight is on him when he's doing the solo, it's like that's it, man. I'm done. It's like it's classic. Anyway, your next one.
all right, where are we at? Number two.
Hmm.
Okay, this is. I'm not sure if it still is, but I think it is in many ways the most successful duet ever. and it was a huge hit for these two uh, solo artists that had come from groups. One came from the Supremes, one came from the Commodores.
Okay.
It's a Lionel Richie song, and he sings it with, of course, Diana Ross. It's
Oh,
Endless Love. Yeah, absolutely. Just wow.
yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter that it's saddled with the Brooke Shields movie. Um, Nothing against the movie or Brooke Shields or anything. It's kind of irrelevant to the song itself, frankly.
Yeah.
Um, the song itself is Lionel Richie making a statement that, hey, look, even without the Commodores, I can come up with some
He can do
absolute
it.
love
Yeah.
songs. They're just, and him and Diana, the way their voices work together on this, they are together. They call and respond to each other. They blend. It's just a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
master stroke. Yeah. Yeah.
and it pulls the heartstrings. Yeah,
Yeah. No, we had the single as
yeah,
well. Um,
yeah, yeah. I can't get through this one without getting choked up when I sing it. But I still sing it anyway. It's just a
yeah.
wonderful song. Absolutely deserves every bit of success it's ever had.
Yeah.
Good job, Lionel and Diana.
Oh
That's
yeah. No,
number
no,
two.
no. From Endless Love and Unrequited Love to Wandering Hearts. My number two, Bruce Springsteen with Hungry Heart. Guy, wife, and kids in Baltimore, Jack. I went out for a ride and I never went back.
Cold blooded.
Like a river, don't know where it's flowing. It took a wrong turn and it just kept going. Um, yeah, this is the antithesis of Endless Love, but you know what? It is a good rock track. I believe, if I remember correctly, it's from the river. If I remember correctly, it starts off side two, a master stroke, and just beautiful pop rock, um, fantastic organ by Danny Federici. Uh, Beautiful organ swells, just amazing. This is when Springsteen was just he arrived with the critical success. Again, he had the critical success with Born to Run, and he also had the critical success with uh, Darkness on the
Darkness.
Edge of Town. But with The River, which originally was going to be a 10-track single LP, he actually recorded the album, gave the album to Columbia to release, called them back a week later and said, "Give it back to me. I'm not done yet. I got more to say." Took it back, wrote 10 more songs, released The River. Okay. The original album title was going to be The Ties That Bind. And if you guys out there can get your hands on the box set reissue that came out in 2015, you're lucky because each of those box set reissues have concerts on video that they did at the time. And we're not talking somebody shooting from the 100th row with the steady cam. We're talking second row, pro shot, 2 hour concert plus. So if you're lucky to get them, please do. But this song to me, I've had it, I've always loved it. I think it's just a good slab of Americana rock of a guy that's like realized that he married too young and he needed a new life. And unfortunately, he left his wife and kids to do it, but he had to do for himself what he felt he had to do. Uh, Not that he doesn't have regrets, because we all have regrets in life, but he felt at the time he had to do what was right for him, and he did it. And it is executed perfectly. It is a master stroke and a well-crafted rock song. So,
His first top 10 hit, if I recall correctly, too.
yes,
And yeah, well deserved. Yeah, it really did show that he could write pop hooks.
yes,
And it's really kind of considering the somewhat dark subject matter, it's a pretty joyous sounding song. So
Yeah,
that's
it
an
is.
interesting dichotomy there. Yeah, it's a great song.
All right, Bill, your number one pick,
All right, my number one is this guy.
John Lennon.
Yes, of course. This the previous year, his the final album of his life, what he was still alive, came out, and
Yeah,
1981 featured three big hit singles off that album, of course, in the wake of his death. Uh, and this song, as well as the other songs, are all pretty emotional. There's like an element of tragedy, but also beauty to it. I mean, John was well known as a bit of a douchebag, a bit abusive, and just not always a great guy. And it seemed like at this point in time, he had started to get his shit together. His relationship with Yoko had improved greatly. They were together and
yeah.
happy. He was wanting to become a father to his second child, Sean. And there's even the song Beautiful Boy on this album here. But so there's a definite, the timing of his murder was extra tragic because it seemed like everything was coming together for them as a family and just, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this song is, or this album is full of songs about all that, but this one in particular has always resonated with me, and it also has a personal connection to me and my own marriage. It's just like starting over. um,
Yeah.
Anybody who's been in a long-term relationship knows about the ups and downs, the ebb and flow of, not everything's going to be roses, but there's lots of peaks along the way.
Oh yeah.
You may find some just slow, steady stuff, but then you get a renewal, and that's kind of what this song is about. It's
Mm-hmm.
about starting over, and it's brilliantly done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just such a great song. I mean, this is John at his best, frankly.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I
I
would agree.
this
You okay?
and oh yeah, I mean, like I said, this song just it hits me on multiple levels, both personal and based on who wrote it and the circumstances there. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's an absolute masterpiece. I don't know. Sometimes I think it might be the best thing he ever did. So there's a big statement for you, and I'm a huge
Oh,
Beatles fan too. So
oh yeah. Well, I believe the other two hits, one was Woman, which was a
yeah,
single,
and
and Watching the
watching the
Wheels.
wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had the album. Yeah. When it came out. It is a good song.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when I see you, darling, it's like we both are falling in love again.
Yeah. It'll be just like starting over. Yeah. Yeah. With the doo-wops in the background.
Oh yeah,
Oh
it
yeah.
was a very nice touch. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
ever
And
the song craftsman. Yeah,
yeah. Uh Yoko Ono's material on the album aside, it's still a good album.
but even that has its place. That's a whole other discussion. But yeah,
It has its place, bottom of the ocean. But it has its place. All right. No, that's a good choice. My number one for 1981, ladies and gentlemen, this band is making their second appearance on this list so far. It's Sticks with the Best of Times. From the Paradise Theater album, concept album, yet again, spearheaded by Dennis DeYoung. The lead, it's a beautiful emotional love song. It's like, the lead off lyric, tonight's the night we'll make history. Honey, you and I'll take any risk to turn back the hands of time to stay with you here tonight. And it's like he's pleading with her. Like he just wants to be with this woman, with his wife, with his love, and it is so emotional. Uh, even the chorus, the best of times are when I or when I'm alone with you. It's like it gets me. It really, it's hard to listen to it because when he's singing even when on the outro when he repeats like the ad libs like when I'm alone with you, everything seems all right.
You
You know,
brighten up tonight, and yeah, this
it's just like the harmonies and just the way he does it. He's basically pleading with her, like, can I just want to stay with you. I don't want to go anywhere else. And that's hard to hear. Like it's beautiful, but it tugs at your heartstrings, like big time, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, uh, again, really well crafted, beautifully done, and that is my number one. I was gonna say stings, sticks with the best of times.
that's a great song. That's Paradise Theater is my favorite Styx album. That's a
Yeah,
great album and a great
yeah,
song. So yeah, everything you said and then some. The
yeah,
best.
yeah. What Armando said. That's what Bill's gonna say. All right. Honorable mentions. Your first honorable mention.
All right, I didn't realize until just a few minutes ago that I have yet another home home state artist on here from the state of Illinois.
Okay.
And in fact, this song is about something that happened in his life. It's autobiographical, something that happened here in Illinois, in Peoria, in this case. This is Dan Fogelberg with Same Old Lang Syne.
From the Innocence
This,
album, isn't The Innocence?
yeah, The Innocent Age.
The Innocent Age.
Yeah, it had a lot of hits on it. But yeah, Run for the Roses and Leader of the Band. Yeah, but this one, it's just such a great story. It helps that it's autobiographical. Um, it's a song about Dan going back. He had a girlfriend back in 1969 in high school, but as he tells in the song, in 1975 he was home visiting family for Christmas, and his girlfriend was there, and they met in a store at a gas station, and totally unexpected. And they went and got a 6 pack. They tried to go to a bar, but everything was closed. They got a 6 pack and drank it in her car.
Okay.
And it's deeper than a lot of lyrics. Dan goes pretty deep here because he acknowledges some pretty adult things. This is no Moon in June crap here. This is everything's not perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
you can go back, but it's not necessarily going to be the same. I mean, they sit in this car and they're glad to see each other, but eventually they run out of things to say. They run out of things to talk about. It talks about how they try to reach across the emptiness, but they can't do it. Neither one knew how. Uh,
Yeah.
and yeah, she gives him a kiss, surprise kiss, and boom, she's gone. And of course, she had talked in the song about her marriage and how she didn't necessarily marry for happiness.
Yeah. That's deep. That's a
Yeah, and you get to the end, and it, it's snowing because it's Christmas Eve when it happens,
hmm
and he's sad, but then the snow turns into rain, and apparently a lot of people have seen that as a metaphor, but according to Dan Fogelberg himself, that actually is what happened. The snow actually did turn to rain at this point in time. And yeah, the woman in question, Dan's high school girlfriend, actually came out after Dan died and confirmed everything. And apparently, he took liberties in a couple places, like her eye color and her husband's job. But other
Yeah.
than that, everything was spot on. And so, yeah, it's a touching, sad, thought provoking, very adult, real story. And
hmm I know.
that's pretty rare on the pop chart. So that's well
Yeah,
worth celebrating.
yeah.
Uh, very well done. Dan just seems kind of forgotten these days, and that's sad too. Just dude had a lot of hits, wrote a lot of great songs. But he still is, even back in his heyday, he kind of seemed to fly under the radar. He was never a superstar in
Yeah.
the way that he should have been, considering all the hits that he had. The yeah,
Hmm.
what a great writer he was. So yeah, same old Lang Syne become oddly a kind of a Christmas classic for a lot of radio stations.
Hmm.
So yeah, Dan Fogelberg, another Illinois artist, along with Champagne for this year.
Good pick. Good pick. I started to listen to The Innocent Age on YouTube, like I streamed it. Um, I might get a copy of it at some point. Yeah, might. Listen to me. Might. Who knows? Um, my first honorable mention is I'm gonna steal one of yours. Alan Parsons Project with Time.
All right,
I've always loved the song. I first heard this song on a what was it wasn't a KTEL compilation, but it was like one of those compilations that came out in the early 80s. What took over for KTEL at the time. I love the song. I think Eric Wolfson does a beautiful, emotional, ethereal vocal to it. And it's timeless. Pun the pun. No pun intended. But it's timeless. It doesn't belong to any specific era, like the 80s or the 90s. It's one of those songs that you can listen to it at any time and it'll affect you. It's beautifully crafted. And yeah, that's my first honorable mention. And your next one?
all right. Well, I'm going to call an audible again.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, originally my other honorable was Rapture by Blondie, but since we already
Ooh.
discussed that, since you
Okay,
picked it,
okay. Okay.
I have so many I could pick from. But all right, since you gave a little love to Prince in his pre Big Star era, I'm going to do the same for another guy in his pre Big Star era where he did have some hits, but he just was not a big star yet.
Yeah.
Uh, this is John Cougar at the time. Now, of course, John Mellencamp, his actual name. The song is Ain't Even Done with the Night from the album Nothing Matters and What If It Did.
Yes.
Oh, I've always loved this song. It's he had this, and the other hit off the album was This Time. Now, this time I really think I'm in love. I'm in love. Yeah. But Ain't Even Done with the Night has always been my favorite here. And
It's a
while I really
classic.
dig the whole song, sometimes just one little thing can really put a song over the top.
Yeah.
And this song, it's during the chorus, there's like say it's all right. It's that little like almost a snap and a bell sound.
That clap. That clap.
Yes, it just absolutely punctuates. Say it's all right.
Yeah.
Hold tight.
It's the clap and the bell. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
On the chorus.
Yeah, it's great. That is just such a simple but effective thing that makes
Yeah.
it jump right out
Yeah.
and makes it so memorable.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, I dig the whole song anyway. John does a wonderful vocal on it.
Yeah. Originally released on Riva Records before they got signed up, taken over by Mercury. Oh, wee! I remember. Yeah, I had the single. My sister bought me the single
Nice.
because Anna introduced it to me, and I'm like, yeah, I want that song. I like it. And so it's just like,
That's
okay,
good. Yeah, a lot of people forget that, much like Prince before 1999, John Cougar or John Mellencamp, prior to American Fool, a lot of people forget that he did have some hits and some success.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. My God. All right. My last honorable mention for 1981 is a song that I've known of for a while, but I hadn't heard it until a couple of days ago. And then I put it on the list. Boss Skaggs with Miss Sun. Um, I really don't know that much about it, and I know that it features the Porcaro brothers and Steve Lukather and basically Toto on backup musicianship. Okay, let me put this out there. What track didn't feature Toto on backup musicianship? I mean, please. I mean, they were the wrecking crew of the 1980s. I'm sorry. I mean, it was what it was. But what I like about the song, it's soulful. It's got that good rhythm to it, like with Jeff Porcaro on drums. But it features one Lisa Del Bello
Ah,
on very subtle but very distinctive background vocals. And she was invited by Skaggs to be in on the recording session. And for people out there who don't know, I don't know who doesn't know because I've mentioned it quite a few times. Lisa Del Bello recorded her debut album, produced by that idiot David Foster, featuring Toto as her backup band. So she's got an in with the guys from Toto. And it's just a really well-crafted R&B pop song. Good bounce to it, good rhythm, good vocal. I mean, I can't duplicate. You can duplicate Bob Skaggs better than I can. If I do, I'd hurt myself. But Lisa Del Bello adds just a little bit of spice to it on the choruses. And when she does the ad libs on the fade out, you can hear her, you know, getting a little sultry, a little raspy in the vocal, very slightly. But you know what? It's effective, and it's Boss Skaggs, and it's Miss Sun. That is my last honorable mention for 1981.
cool.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Running back through the 80s, year 1981. Please put down in the comments below your picks for the year 1981. It could be one, could be two, could be 10, could be as many as you want. We just want to get a dialogue going here. Some people say that good music died in the 70s. I disagree. It did die somewhere in the 80s, but we're not there yet. It hasn't happened yet. So for Bill Schuster, otherwise known as Bluebeard, I'm Armando, otherwise known as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Signing off for now. Please click like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content we've got coming up. We've got more shows coming up. I've got more ideas cooking, and we'll bring them to you as soon as we possibly can. All right? Take care, and we'll see you in 1982. Bye for now.